Welcome to In Focus. I'm John Lieberman, joined today by a very special guest, Martin Serapinas, the CIO of Girteka Logistics, one of the largest trucking companies in all of Europe. And boy, do they have many Herculean tasks ahead of them right now. Martin, I trust you're staying well, and it's good to see you.
Hi, John. Good to see you too.
So let's get right to it. These are unprecedented times. Hospitals don't have necessary supplies. People are facing empty supermarket shelves. As one of the largest trucking companies in Europe, let me ask you this. How are you meeting customer demand right now?
So I believe we first of all have to understand the fact that at this point in time, all economics are facing unprecedented challenge. And that challenge, first of all, comes from the fact that, coronavirus is strongly impacting a normal business to customer relationships. And by no doubt, it's impacting the supply chain operations. And that, in essence, means that companies like ours, we play a vital role. And I believe trucking industry at this point becomes of a vital importance because we have to deliver to our core promise is to move goods from A to B within agreed standards. And being one of the biggest trucking companies in Europe, this is exactly what we try to do day to day. So food, medicine equipment, pharmacy goods, or the dairy products that they reach the supermarket shelves. It's important maybe to also state the fact that it's not the first crisis which companies like ours see. So they come and go, but essentially it's important to understand that we have to deliver what we have to do.
Martin, let me ask you this. What is the biggest challenge you're facing right now, and what's the biggest challenge that your customers are facing right now?
There is a huge disbalance with a normal supply and demand relationship at this point in time. We have seen, countries closing borders, people isolating, companies stopping operations, and that has on a daily basis a huge impact to how things are moving. So there is no new norm. I would say it's a new reality which we have to live in. And in fact, I believe we have to be absolutely agile to react to it. So there is no other way like just being responsive and reactive really swiftly to the situation. What the biggest challenges for probably for us and the clients is safety. And I believe that is probably at this point in time one of the biggest priority for everybody, for the leaders of the countries, to the leaders of the governments, to the leaders of the companies, and to me myself, because we are human beings and we want to be safe at this point in time. So while safety is number one priority and the world is reacting in isolation, but companies have to act completely opposite. They have to deliver to the promise, as I was saying before, and that means in essence we have to respect the people who go extra mile. So we have to do everything to keep the safety, but at the same time, ensure that operations is going. So, and this is what we see. There is a huge shift in understanding. So what is in essence logistics? Because logistics at this point in time is a mean to fight coronavirus in some case. It helps us to convey the message because we are eliminating the distance between where the goods are manufactured to the place where they're consumed. And in this case, the most essential goods, which we're talking in this situation. And this is what helps us to elaborate to the drivers why they are really doing this job. And to be honest, we have not been challenged that people doesn't want to go. We have seen a complete mobilization and opposite. People want to go because they want to be, close and help people to fight this humanity crisis.
Yeah, I love what you said, Martin, about logistics pretty much becoming a calling right now because these are vital supplies that are fighting an international pandemic. How does technology play into how it helps you deliver that promise to your customers?
In this essential situation of crisis, it became one of the more of an initial response moments because we all have moved pretty much to work remotely all around the globe, and that have happened over a few weeks. And that's no surprise as well for Girteka Logistics, because we have moved almost 3,000 of our office workers to work from home in literally no time.
Martin, do you think that the trucking industry and the logistics industry will be changed forever now?
It's also a good question, John, at this point in time. Probably we'll return to a new norm as all crises come and go. So we will return to a new world, which will become a different. Will that has a huge implication to logistics industry as a whole? Probably it will to some degree because companies will reevaluate their criticality about supply chains. They will reconsider the way how they do business and how do they ensure critical supplies in this moment of similar type of crisis in the future.
Martin, again, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.